Neuropsychiatric symptoms after a stroke have been described in medical literature since the early 1900s. In the 1950s, Eugen Bleuler had described melancholic mood in post-stroke patients. 50 years on, in spite of the awareness, the significance of post-stroke depression is only beginning to be fully appreciated. Using international and local data, I will convince you that, 1. The prevalence of post-stroke depression is high. 2. There is low recognition and, therefore, low treatment rates. And 3. That post-stroke depression significantly impacts on post-stroke recovery. I will then introduce the EMAS program to you, and share our experiences with the program. The prevalence of post-stroke depression ranges from 5 to 67%. The reason for this large variation between studies can be explained in part by the definition of depression in the various studies. In some studies, authors define post-stroke depression as various depressive symptoms, while others may make a diagnosis based on diagnostic criteria. Also, prevalence of depression may vary with the time the assessment is done from the occurrence of the stroke. The variation in prevalence may also arise due to differences between the patient populations being studied. Major depressive disorder is diagnosed when a person suffers from the core symptoms of a pervasive sense of low mood and/or loss of interest or pleasure for 2 weeks. Associated symptoms are that of weight loss, insomnia, psychomotor retardation, fatigue, a sense of hopelessness, worthlessness or inappropriate guilt. There can also be poor concentration and suicidal ideations. This constellation of symptoms must negatively impact on the patient's function. Clinically, the diagnosis is made with 5 or more of these symptoms. However, research studies are structured such that depression is measured in terms of severity based on symptoms, using a cut-off score to signify depression. Therefore, prevalence may vary with the level of cut-off.